Hey everybody, Mark Burgess here, Big East Bass Fishing, bringing you another video. Pretty excited about this one. As the title suggests, fishing the Tidal Hudson River. I happen to be right now standing at the launch facility Dutchman's Landing in Catskill, New York, right here at the mouth of Catskill Creek. So, reason I'm here, Mass Bass Nation State Championships next weekend. So I'm out here a couple days early, just take a look around. Just to give you a little bit of background and context, I've fished this place several times, several tournaments on it, 25, 30 years ago. All right, so there was a Mass Bass Nation State Championship here years ago, like I said, about 30 years ago, 95, something like that. So participated in that event. Lisa and I both participated in that event. Was here probably, a week or so earlier with my club practicing for the event. Not sure if we had a little tournament then or not, possibly. Then maybe a year or two later, the most, fished a Foxwoods team tournament trail. You remember that trail? I know a bunch of you will. And then a year or two after that, probably a Bassmaster Open. I think they'd already made the change from the invitationals to the opens. So it was kind of interesting when I pulled out my file on the Hudson River. I keep a file on every single lake I've ever been across the country. I love looking back at those notes and information that's in there, maps and so forth. Everything's 25, 30 years old. Okay, so fair amount of history. I mean, for the most part, not a lot, but enough. But I'm keeping in mind that history's hurt me here in the last half a dozen years or so. If it had been a long time since I'd been to that particular body of water, because a lot has changed in 25, 30 years, a lot. This particular fishery kind of fell out of favor. I'd have to do some research. I think it might have came down to pollution, but it was extremely famous fishery. A lot of videos on Tidal River fishing shot here. A lot of information about this place, and a lot of tournaments fished here. There was like a BP Top 150 out of here. I think Jim Bitter won that. I think Roland Martin might have done well here at one point. But it kind of fell out of favor for the last 20 years, I'm guessing, 15, 20 years. Not 100% sure why, but it just has. Since then, there's the minimum length limit to keep a bass here, largemouth or smallmouth, is 15 inches. Okay, so it doesn't really get the pressure that it once did, and that's, good or bad, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Okay, so so there you have it. So just a little intro to fishing the Tidal Hudson River and why I'm here, and some history on it from my own perspective. So, all right, so come on along. I'm gonna take you out on the river and see what we can do. I've only been fishing a little bit. 20 minutes. But the tide is not perfect by any stretch of the imagination right now. Looking back by at the bank, it is high and somewhat slack. You see, the boat's on spot lock right now, and it's perpendicular to the river. Okay, the river's running this way. If the current's running either way, and it's probably going to start to run out here in a bit, there'll be a little back eddy right here where I'm fishing on this point. But as you see, the boat's just kind of like neutral. So not the best time to be fishing. Just, you can catch them, but it doesn't position them the way you want to catch them really good, because they feed on the tide, obviously. And you've heard probably 1,000 times, at least, is, you know, the last few hours of outgoing. So this is high tide right now. Gonna start to turn, and you know, some current's better than no current. But anyway, you still get kind of like the lay of the land, what you're looking at. I'm looking at stuff with 360. They said I've fished a lot of these spots. Well, what? The third spot I've fished, and I've fished before. So, but anyway, it's been a long time. So there you have it. Little update, and we're just going to stay after it. And we can, at this moment in time, you have an option to either fish this tide, this spot at this tide, or run. You run north, and you're still going to be catching some, I would imagine, some incoming tide. You can run south, and it's probably already turned. But so you can chase the tide. And we're going to end up probably doing something like that here in a little bit. All right, there you have it. And you get these cruises coming and going. Makes it tough on a long run. I'll tell you that. You run into a few of these, man, it slows you up big time. And if you're not paying attention, you're gonna tear your stuff up. Just absolutely wreck your equipment. Right. Not exactly what I was looking for. I'm a Strike King 6XD striper, obviously. A lot of different species here in the Hudson River. I've caught big stripers here in the spring with live herring and stuff, but big artificials. But it's the perfect place I'm fishing for fish to be, so I'm not surprised that he was there. Strike King 6XD. Took me a long time to work up to where the spot is. Alright, and I guess it's the time here. We're going to do a little quick little recap. Day one of practice. I had about a half a day of practice by the time I got here. Got in the water and ended up catching 3 smallmouth. The biggest one was 14 and a half. 1 striper. I don't know what, 20 some odd inches, something like that. So yeah, so plan was today to get out here, get in the water for about a half a day, and then you know, go find the house that we rented, you know, for Lisa and Dakota and I. Fuel up the boat, you know, find a place to get fuel on the way back from the ramp, find a decent place to get something to eat, unload the truck, get everything out of the truck into the house, get that all set up, get the boat plugged in, do some map study, make a plan for the next several days, for sure for tomorrow. So yeah, that's the update. I thought I'd walk over here by the water. Got a ship coming through, so we'll show you that here in a second. But that's the update for the first half day of practice. All right, more to come. I'll show you around the place. Just keep adding content. Just you know, building it out for you guys.